Hey, now it looks like you can hear me. Goodness. Why does this gotta be so hard every time? Why can't it just work? Hey, now, okay, now it's coming through. All right. So, let's take a look at what I've got for the itinerary today. What a realistic centaur would look like. I'm going to do something that I don't do very often. I am going to react to a video that very conveniently was shared to me by our community manager, Snooty.
The world may not understand you.
And let's close down that software in the background. Okay, we got to watch this video. You guys have probably seen it shared all over the place already, so I'm sure I'm not really taking away any views from this, but this really got me thinking. It left me with a quandary of thought that I have to resolve, and that's part of what we're going to be doing tonight.
Frightened by your differences, but it is not their acceptance you need. It is your own. Run free, my stallion, unbridled by doubt, and may the love you find along the way unite the halves of your soul.
I met her on the internet, we haven't met in person yet, and that's how I'd like you to say. Cause I've been down this road before, they always end up wanting more, they take one look and run away. Cause I'm a creature of the night. How could she ever love me right when I am only half a man? She's coming over here tonight, and tell the truth, I'm terrified. There's nowhere left to hide the fact that I'm a heart. How could she ever understand?
All right, and I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna blue ball you guys a little bit. And I'm going to cut it off there so that I'm not, just blatantly reposting the whole thing. But this got me thinking about centaurs, right? And if we look at, let's see, I definitely got to do this off screen first, because this could be a very dangerous search. Horse anatomy. I don't want to be showing any willies on stream. Let's see. I need a decent musculature drawing. All right. Meet the horse. Okay. And because it is a mammal, it has a lot in common with human anatomy as far as musculature goes. Let's see. Let's find one that doesn't have any boobies on it. This one will work. Yeah, okay. So, here's the question. What would a half man, half horse really look like? Because we know the classical interpretation, right? Where basically you just take a line and cut it right there, and you take another knife and go cut it right there, get rid of the head, and then you just glue them together, right? That's the centaur. But is that the most realistic interpretation? I don't think so. These are the kinds of things that are keeping me up at night. And I'm just realizing that my chat is not working correctly. Let's see if... Alright, did that kind of... Let me send a test message through Restream. Make sure that you guys are still talking to me. Still talking to me. Schlag. I am confused. Yeah, this is probably a weirder one to tune into. Don't worry, it's gonna stay weird for a minute. This is what I've been thinking about for the past I don't know, 6 hours since I saw that video. Yes, I can see that, Wills. Good test. So, all right, travel with me here. Here we have the rectus abdominis. This is one of the showman muscles, and this is what the ladies like to see, right? A nice let's see, this would be your 8-pack. Sometimes you get a little bit of a separation here, and then this very rarely has any creases. But this is where you get that sexy V line, you know, so if you're starving yourself, you can get that. But so those are the abdominal muscles, and there's several layers. This is just the outermost layer. Inside this, you have another layer that just kind of wraps around the tree trunk, but those aren't really visible. If we look at our horse buddy over here, its abs are on the bottom. And so with the centaur and cutting off the head of the horse here, you end up with like 2 sets of abs. And so it's just like an endless line of abs. They'd have like a 16-pack if it at peak. It's just, it's not right. And also, shoulder joint, right? Beautifully complex joint in the human body. Allows you to do all kinds of things when it's not screwed up like mine is. Here's the horse's shoulder. And you expect me to believe that horse just has another set of shoulders up here somewhere? No. I don't buy that. So I want to crack open Photoshop, and we are going to do a little brainstorming on what a realistic centaur would look like. We are going to break new ground today, people. If I can spell. Let's see. And this will be, can do a new window. No. What is it that I need? I need a. Here we go. New window for Untitled 1. And then I can pin this up here. Zoom in like so. And then you guys can kind of see as I work what we got going on. But that should avoid me having to like decrease the resolution. Put on my fancy artist glove. Which I feel like they took the cutoff gloves from the 90s and they're like, nah, man, what if we do like 2 full fingers and then 2 no fingers? So you get this weird abomination. But it makes my hand glide across the screen, so I appreciate it. Let's add a little gray. We can see our lines easier. All right, so here we have horse. And then with the classical interpretation, you have a rib cage up here, and then a head. Oh, getting too big for my canvas already. Gotta shrink them down. Got a shoulder there. Give him a head. And he's a stoic creature, so he's going to do a little hands on his hips action. And maybe he's going to be flexing. Alright, okay, so this is our classic centaur. But as we've already covered, this has some issues. So we don't want two rib cages, because there's another rib cage here. Like, does he have 2 hearts, 4 lungs? Nah. That'd be ridiculous. So, one idea I had is, what if he has 4 shoulders right next to each other, right? And then he'd have his head right here. This is a much more realistic centaur, because this is just really a long neck, but same number of abs. No duplicating of rib cages. And his pecs would be like down here. Let's add a little more detail to this guy. Oh, I should be on a new layer for this, otherwise it's not gonna be easy to show later. And you know, he's probably, if he's got this much muscle mass behind the head, he's probably gonna have like a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson neck. So he's gonna be a little bulbous there. All right, and then the hide layer 2. Give him an Adam's apple. Are you guys scared yet? Oh, whoops, what did I do? You know, let's see. Since he doesn't have as long of a neck anymore, let's draw his other arm. He's going to be like reaching down and like ripping up some grass so he can eat the grass. There we go. Maybe he's got some that he's munching on already. Oh, and we gotta get those other legs in there too. There you go. Realistic centaur. How's that for entertainment? Maybe not what you wanted, but it's what you needed. All right, so this is version 1. This is one idea I had. The other idea is, okay, we'll let him keep the human rib cage. But that means that he's got to be 4 horse legs on a human body. So let's go on to another layer here. Get this guy off to the side from my perspective. And let's see. Human rib cage. And then let's say a very gracious pelvis. So big pelvis. Normal shoulder. That song stuck in my head. It's gonna be stuck in my head for many years, probably. Lie awake at night thinking about centaurs. There, he's got a hand. Oh, that head. Oh boy, we gotta fix that. Oh, this guy doesn't have any ears over here. Gotta give him ears too. All right, version 2. There we go. He could crawl around like a bug. That's great. Trogdor arms. Try reverse centaur. Horse head on a crawling human body. Ooh. Now we're cooking with gas. I like it. Let's do it. All right. I got it. I got it. Okay. Got a horse. Front. And I'm gonna have to put pants on this one, otherwise YouTube might get a little angry. So this one has pants on. Oh, made the legs a little too long. There's a cuff at the end of the pant sleeve. And give them a little different pose. I can kind of draw human legs a little better. Like they're modeling these pants for us. Ooh, these pants are so comfy. Give them a human haircut. Nice little comb over. Which we got to give these guys some horse haircuts then, right? I'm gonna just make them like super edgy with the mohawk to the side. This guy, let's say it's like blowing in the wind. Can you imagine how uncomfortable it would be though, with like hair growing all the way down your neck? Ugh. Buying shirts would be terrible. There we go. Version 3. So now, anytime someone is telling you about centaurs, you can show them the start of this stream and be like, hey, my buddy Oddjob, he's a centaur expert. And he has done some groundbreaking research into the world of mythical creatures and has uncovered what a centaur would actually look like if it were real. And you can just ruin their day forever, because this is genuine nightmare fuel. Let's save this off. So that other people can enjoy it in the future. Oh, man. How could they have understand? All right, now let's share this to the Discord. Let the knowledge spread far and wide across the cosmos. Let's see. Where's the general chat? Here we go. Food file. Pages. And yeah. I'm glad I was able to get this off my chest, guys. This has been bothering me for a while. Good for you, person whose name I can't see. Dice Hunter. There we go. Good for you, Dice Hunter. Hope you enjoy them. Yeah, the support on the V2s has been insane. Thank you so much, guys. We have raised over $300 selling these little joystick mods and all of that is going to go to my sister's GoFundMe. Well, it's not going to go to the GoFundMe. She told me that if I send it to her through Venmo, GoFundMe, that's going to be better because GoFundMe charges a percentage. But still, you guys have really just made my whole month with that. It is fantastic. And ooh, I'm gonna share this one with you guys. Check this out. This is someone who has been we've been DMing back and forth. He noticed that I have a riser block on my chair that tilts it back a little bit. Looks like he just finished getting it installed on his. I kind of just walked him through how to get it installed. But yeah, now he's got a... This looks like maybe a 10-degree tilt. Looks a little more aggressive than what I did. So he probably went with 10 degrees. But yeah, looks super sick. In case you don't know, the front mounting screws, all you gotta do is you just add a block of some material there, and you calculate the distance between the front and rear mounting screws for your chair, and then using that distance you can calculate a 5-degree tilt and what this corresponding front distance should be. You add that onto your screw length, make a block that is that size, and then you can have a tilt for your seat pan. The advantage of that is, by default, it's very flat and planar, and it can feel like you get dumped out. But with just a 5-degree tilt, it does a lot better at keeping your butt rooted. Which, when you have a lot of butt like I do, it's nice. I'm gonna send him a message real quick. And let's see, what was next on our itinerary? We did Realistic Centaurs. We can clear that out. Open source debacle. This one gets wild. So, you've probably seen that I uploaded a video. It's done very well. And it has to do with some recent moves from Bamboo Labs. Bamboo Labs is my main printer brand. I use the X1C all the time, and I've really loved using it. It is great as far as reliability and just man, never having to worry about whether it's going to finish the job is a nice breath of fresh air. But since the start, they've done some things a little different, and it's definitely gotten them some well-deserved criticism. They already operate as a pretty fairly closed-off ecosystem. So this is what I have, the X1C. Oh my gosh, you don't make me scroll through the whole sales. Just okay, let's just look at the store. Look at the store. Here we go. Printers. So looks like they're on sale right now. It's actually kind of nice. Wish I could tell you to go buy one, but I'm a little upset with them at the moment. It uses this AMS, which is the automatic material system, and that part's great. I mean, there's so much to love about these printers, but let's look at some of the things that you can buy for them. So first off, Hot End is all proprietary. When these came out, the most common printer used a V8 style V8 or V6. It used these. Use this kind of this one looks like a steel. It's the more expensive CHT nozzles from Bondtech. But most of them would just use a brass nozzle like this. And it just screws into a, I think it's an M8, which is why I think it's the V8 nozzle. But it just screws into a heat block. And these did have some problems. You had to preheat the hot end in order to change the nozzle, because you needed to do what's called a hot set, which is where you screw the nozzle in while it's hot, so that when it cools down, it'll end up being tighter. And you want to get the right tension while it's hot, because that's going to be the tension that it operates under while it's printing. So the problem there is these are itty bitty. You have to put them in with a socket, and the number of times I've burned my fingers trying to screw these in when the hot end is 230 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best system. So the way Bamboo does it is you have a hot end unit where the whole thing, you just replace all of it. You don't really do a nozzle replacement. So where you would just do the nozzle before, now you're at least replacing all of this at the same time. And the cool part about that is it just screws in with a couple screws, and you can put it in cold, because the cold end and the hot end are permanently bonded. And so you don't have to worry about there being a bad level of connection between them. It's going to be much more consistent. So that part, really nice. It does make it a little pricier. And people were initially frustrated because it didn't have cross compatibility with a lot of other parts that already existed. But, you know, it's like, fine, whatever. It's a different experience. If it's better, who cares? Well, recently, they announced a new firmware update. As part of our update January 17th to include additional details and FAQs. I think they are going to be in damage control mode for a while now. As part of our ongoing commitment to enhance the overall security of our products, we are introducing an authorization and authentication protection mechanism for the connection and control of Bamboo Lab 3D printers. This step is a significant security enhancement to ensure only authorized access and operations are permitted. This change is mitigating any risk of remote hacks or printer exposure issues that have happened in the past, and also lower the risk of abnormal traffic or attacks. All sounds pretty good, right? for a safe and secure empire, right? That's kind of the vibe I get from it, because they're saying security, but what I'm hearing is control. Starting January 17th, users will have access to the beta firmware, with the official release expected to follow soon. Okay, critical operations that require authorization. Binding and unbinding the printer. That part makes sense. If they wanted to limit it to just that, I would actually be pretty happy. Initiating remote video access. Okay. Performing firmware upgrades. Initiating a print job. This is the one that really gets people steamed. Because sending a job over Wi-Fi to the printer is one of the main selling points of having an internet-connected printer. Most printers that are sold these days have this functionality, and they don't have these security concerns, and they don't require you to use their proprietary software to send jobs to them. But Bamboo is moving in that route, and that's where I'm freaking out a little bit, because it takes a lot of control away from me years after I've purchased my printer. Controlling motion system, temperature, fans, AMS settings, calibrations, etc. Now, the question you should be asking is, if these are all critical operations that require authorization, what's left? And really, it's not a lot. You can still start a print job using an SD card, which means that you have to physically walk the card over. That sucks. General operations outside the listed authorization controls, which I don't think there's a whole lot that you could put in here. And then sending status information from the printer. MQTT status push for tools like Home Assistant. So this is what I use for my LED lights. But it seems like if this information is still being allowed to be sent, then I don't buy the whole security argument, or at least I buy it even less. I didn't buy it before, but now it's like, I think you're just blowing smoke. To ensure seamless usage, please note the following. If you upgrade your printer to the latest authorization-controlled firmware, you must also update Bamboo Studio and Bamboo Handy to their latest version simultaneously. Makes sense. You want all the software to be at the same even field. Old firmware option. Users who decide to use an older firmware version can still use the previous or new versions of Bamboo Studio and Bamboo Handy without restrictions. This is what I will be doing until they pull their heads out and decide to change that. And this is where it starts to affect third parties. It used to be that you could use the network API or a network plugin to connect to the printer, start jobs, do all the stuff that you would need to. You could do it remotely through the network plugin API. They're taking that away. Now, you will have to use something called Bamboo Connect. And if you're thinking, well, it sounds like it's the same, it's just a different name, unfortunately, it's not. This is much more in the realm of like what Chitubox does, which is what I use for my resin printer, and it sucks. With Chitubox, you have to use Chitu Manager, which is a separate app, and you have to keep both of them concurrent with each other in order to be able to send jobs to the printer. Now, of course, Bamboo Studio will allow you to send jobs natively, so you won't need Bamboo Connect if you're using Bamboo Studio. What this effectively does is it inserts an extra step for anyone that wants to use third-party software. And the effect will likely be that most people are going to use Bamboo Studio by default, because anything else is more hassle than it's worth. The problem with that is Bamboo Studio is not the best slicer. There is something called Orca Slicer. And Bamboo Studio and Orca Slicer are both branches off of Prusa Slicer. But Orca Slicer is where you get a lot of the experimental features that eventually get incorporated into the more mainstream processors. But they start here. And it still allows, or it allowed, past tense, it allowed you to access your printer, still do all the things that Bamboo Studio does, but you would have access to beta features and experimental features that you don't get in Bamboo Studio. until they decide, oh, well, that's actually a really good idea. Let's add that in, which has happened many, 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 many times. But if you are now forcing basically all of your users to use Bamboo Studio, the support for Orca Slicer goes out the window, and our progress crawls to a stop. This is the same thing that happened when Stratasys was the only player in the game. Stratasys held the market in 3D printing for decades and really didn't innovate enough. They didn't have competition to drive them to do things differently, and so their machines were stagnant for a really long time. And you can still, I mean, I can still go to my university and see some old Stratasys machines, and they're terrible. No one uses them. They're a major hassle. They use proprietary filament cartridges, and I was just finding out about this today. You couldn't actually use the whole spool in a Stratasys machine. It would come in this cartridge, and it would have this RFID reader mounted at the start of the spool, that as it's printing, it's subtracting the amount that you've used from the cartridge total. And then once you've used what it has determined internally as to be the full spool, it won't let you use the rest, even though there's clearly material still on the spool. So if Bamboo continues down this closed garden or walled garden closed source approach, I'm worried that we're going to start seeing more stuff like that creep into our workflow, which is not good. Then they can say, well, no, you can only use a Bamboo certified spool. It has to have our RFID tag on it. And if it doesn't, then you're going to need to, then you won't be allowed to use it. So I'm very, very frustrated about this. The democratization of 3D printers is a big part of what has enabled so many people to break into the maker space and get a love for engineering like I have, right? My 3D printer was really the the catalyst for me getting into these creative pursuits that I have. If 3D printing didn't exist the way that it does, I wouldn't be making these cool triggers that people are enjoying now. And closed source printers really cut off a lot of that creativity. So the only model that will stay current on my Maker World account is this one. Restore third-party support. Until Bamboo Labs reverses course, I hope to see that plaque everywhere. So, there's my rant for the day. Schlag asks, how did Salty like the stuff you made for him? I'll be honest, I got that sent off to him 2 days ago, so he doesn't have it yet. U.S. Postal Service is going to take a bit to actually get it there, so it's still in transit. I'm sure he'll probably send me a message on Discord when he gets it, because I would like to see him open that when he does his stream. That kind of covers everything that I had like set for the itinerary. And close that. I need to go to 4.0.1 since I just accidentally didn't last figure it out. I guess that's true, huh? We could do PTU tonight, but I just want to play the preview. Make sure both my sticks are on. Yeah, Mike and I have been in contact. He knows that He knew well ahead of time that I was sending him a box. Sounds like he's pretty excited about it, which obviously that makes me feel good. But he doesn't have it yet. Yeah, I would play the PTU, you know, off rip, except that my progress isn't saved there, and I haven't actually been able to play a whole lot of Star Citizen with the new semester having started. So I have not made a lot of progress on this 0 to Hero run we've been doing. I plan to see how far we get with the bugs, and then thanks to people do. I don't think they would do a wipe. I think they have enough data metrics that they could probably just wipe the accounts that we're duping. That whole debacle has been interesting to see. People are up in arms on both sides about it. And there's been a lot of mudslinging at specific creators on both sides, trying to tear them down, which I would hope that anyone in my community would be kind and respectful. It's okay to disagree with someone, but you should disagree with them on the argument, not on the person. You're gonna load, chat? I'm gonna try and make the chat bigger so I can read it. My eyes are getting old. Let's see. Yeah, I disagree with the notion of calling it item insurance. I agree with the sentiment. What people really want is they want to reduce the friction. Star Citizen has a lot of friction when you try to play it, and that comes in the way of time sinks, where it takes a long time to actually get started in the things that you want to do, and then it takes longer still when you die to some bug, and then you have to do all of that again. A lot of the time we play in Star Citizen is all prep time. And that might work for Batman, but if you're not Batman, prep time kind of sucks. So if we reduce the friction of the experience, I think that would satisfy what people are evoking when they say item insurance. Yeah, I agree. Mike had it right. It does speak to a bigger issue with the game, which, I mean, that we're basically saying the same thing there. I'd like to make a video talking about friction in Star Citizen. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say that dupers should be suspended. I think that they can have the items wiped, and that would fix the damage. That's all that I would like to see. But I would like to see them do that when they have a proper replacement in place. That is to say, I don't care that they have it right now. 4.0, 4.1 isn't really the end goal. When they are introducing the systems that are supposed to fix all of this, that's when I would say that we're all due for a wipe again. And what those systems would be rep, believe it or not. You need to have a proper reputation system because a lot of what you would want to save are the limited edition items that you can find in game, right? And those are going to come from factions. Well, if you build up enough reputation with a faction, then you could go to the faction store and just buy more kit and buy it in bulk. Then you don't have to dupe. I've also thought about making a video walking through what I would like to see in a ship loadout app. And that would go another long way to fix a lot of this. Like, if you're going to make it so that you can't replace items of your ship endlessly, then you need to produce a better way to restock that isn't traveling around for hours doing a shopping trip. I did really like Mike's idea of having it be the stuff you have in stock at that station. It would load it from that. Or you could spawn a courier mission to collect those things for you. I think that would be part of it. I think that there's a few more things that I would like to see in an app like that. If you can be Batman, be Batman. You know, everyone likes the idea of being Batman, but they don't want to put in the work to be Batman. Right? Like, look at all the stuff Batman goes through. First, you gotta kill off your parents. Nobody wants to do that. You have to be broken up about it for all of your adolescence. And being a billionaire probably helps. But you have to be an orphan. Then you have to put yourself through years of intense physical conditioning. And you have to dedicate yourself wholly to the mask. Because Batman isn't Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is the mask, right? Batman is Batman. And you have to devote your entire life to being Vengeance, the Knight. So everybody likes the idea of being Batman, but they don't have the resolve to do it. It takes too much. I think that this is not going to work. Not to mention you have to gargle a lot of spicy sauce to get that gruff voice. What are you talking about? Where's Rachel? Let's try that one more time. Oh man, now I'm thinking of like all those spoof videos with Pete Holmes doing Batman. Oh man, and the ones where he does Professor X are great too. You mean to tell me that your entire skeleton is made of metal, and we're fighting a man who controls metal? It's gonna work this time? What do we think? Heads or tails? Heads, I lose. Tails, I still lose. Probably. Gargling hot sauce would be hell. That would not be a good experience. Like, have you ever gargled salt water as a way to like soothe your throat when you've got a sore throat? And like you can do that deep gargle to like get a lot of that phlegm out. I just think about what it would feel like to have hot sauce there. Not a good time. Cool. Cool. Very cool. All right. That's not gonna work. Okay, Schlag, before I download the PTU, isn't there a faster way to download this? So I don't have to do the whole thing? Give that a minute to go through the airwaves. I think it's something like... I think you can just like copy Star Citizen folder. Take a gander. I have that on my E drive. You can copy your 4.0 preview folder, rename it to PTU. Ooh. So how about if I just delete this one, make a oh yeah, that's what you're saying to do. So delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of it. Copy. Hey, Wills, weren't you saying that you were downloading 4.0.1? Did you know you could do this? This is one of those time-saving hacks that being friends with super nerds like myself and Schlag will get you. Yeah, well, if you are trying to do 4.0.1, this is the way to go, hopefully. This will actually be my first time doing this, so hopefully I've done it correctly. Though Schlag is in chat, I'm sure he would yell at me if I was screwing something up. Could potentially be out this week, depending on what kinds of fixes or stability CIG is looking for. Yeah, didn't they have like 100 fixes in this last one? We could take a look at that while we're waiting for this to finish. Dev checker. Probably this one that I want, huh? Yeah, look at this list. Whew. I don't think this is even the one I was thinking. I think I was looking at a longer list. Probably this one? I don't know. Somewhere there's a list of like 100 things they fixed. You have to go further back. Yeah, it's out there somewhere. Yeah, I think the only time that that wouldn't have necessarily worked was when we went to the 4.0 branch, right? So I think going from 3.23 to 3.24, you had to do a fresh install of the PTU. Because 3.24 was actually on the 4.0 code branch, is what I remember. Something like that. This would be the world's worst roller coaster. You go up, little bump, up more, and then you get shaken baby syndrome. And then here, you lose your lunch. I mean, like, these would be, like, okay, but it's like, really? We're just gonna go up and down, up and down. We need some loop-de-loops, some inversions. Mm. Um... And then we rename this PTU. Close the launcher. Verify. There we go. Now it's only 6 gigs that we got to worry about. So that'll be up. That'll be done pretty quick. Yeah, that's what it says here. It's working. Lots of file changes. Yeah, what was that? It was showing, yeah, well over 4,000 when it first started. A lot of file changes. What do you guys think about the Mirai Guardian? I've seen a lot of people saying it's kind of meh, which I think that is probably a good thing, because the opposite of power creep is meh. And I'm honestly, I'm firmly on the side that if they want to release underpowered ships, I think that that's a good way to flesh out the base game without introducing power creep each time. Man, that black looks good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Whew. Also, I've seen a lot of people saying that this is the TIE Interceptor, but I think those people forget that we have the Mirai Fury. The Mirai Fury is your TIE Interceptor, because you got to remember the naval doctrine of the Star Wars Empire. TIE fighters were unshielded, they were very cheaply made, and they were meant to be carrier supported, right? So they didn't have hyperdrives, they didn't have shields, they were very, very bare bones ships. Compared to the X-Wing did have a hyperdrive, did have shields. It was significantly more it was significantly better equipped compared to a comparable TIE fighter. The TIE Interceptor was just the pointy variant of the TIE fighter, and it had better speed and maneuverability, but it still had a lot of the same limitations of the base TIE fighter. No shields, no hyperdrive. But its extra speed and mobility helped it gain an edge in certain scenarios. So the Mirai Guardian is not the TIE Interceptor. It is the TIE Silencer, which is one of the only good things to come from the sequel trilogy. This was the much larger TIE Interceptor inspired variant from that Kylo Ren flew. It could either be this or it could be the advanced TIE from that Darth Vader had, but I personally feel like it leans more to the TIE Silencer because it's big interceptor, where the TIE Advanced didn't have the pointed wings. It had the more filled out wings. So yeah, next time you see someone call it the TIE Interceptor, you got to correct them. It's not. TIE Silencer. If you go and do some digging in my channel, you'll find a video I did where I was flying this in the new Battlefront 2, and I actually got a pretty decent streak. I was pretty proud of it. Ooh, I like that one. That one's kind of nice too. Yeah, just a single player Vanguard, essentially, which, not bad, right? The Vanguard needs some love. Since Master Modes, that thing kind of bit the bullet, didn't it? Because it's got the 4 size 1s, it's really suffering at the moment. It's got essentially just the 1 size 5 that that you can use. The Vanguard is severely underpowered at the moment. Oh, it tints the windows too? Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, it does. Oh, it looks like all of them changed a little bit. Okay, no. I lied. 2 of them change it. Unless it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Let's see. It looks like there might be a slight tint with the Sovereign. If anyone watching has one, I'd love to sneak into your hangar and take a look. Four size 2s. Are you talking about the missile loadout? Because this says 4 size 4s. I think it's a really cool looking ship. I'm always tempted with these combat ones. I love the look of all the combat ships. But I have to be strong. I have already spent too much money on this game. Is this done yet? Alright, cool. Let's play! Oh, and okay, one gripe. The chi as a quantum damper. They called it dampener. It's not a dampener, it's a damper. Please, someone at CIG, watch this. It's a quantum damper. It doesn't make things wet. It makes things damped. But what I was going to say is chi makes me think chi charger, which would be an EMP. So I think there's still room to make a EMP version of the Guardian and then rename the quantum damper version to something else. But I would love to have it be canon that you're flying a chi charger. I don't want people getting me wet when they interdict me with their quantum dampers. You ever try to run away in super damp clothes? Definitely slows you down. That's not the point. Not the point. Hey! Look at that handsome stud. Oh. Zipped. Skip. Load up it. Hold the phone. If I'm playing PTU, you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? I want to play with my whale account. Let me swap this over real quick. Keeps putting it right in the middle of the screen where I don't want it. And I need to copy it. Yeah. Remember me. Close your eyes. It had the little remember me checkbox. Got me thinking about that Journey song. You know, kids growing up these days, they don't know what good music is. It's really sad. Even when I was growing up, the stuff I listened to most of the time was considered old. But now it's like ancient. I talked to some of the new trainees that we have at work, and I'll reference songs and music, and it's like, man, when did I become a senior citizen? I don't even get a discount yet. There we go. Now let's load up in Pyro. Yep, we're doing 4.0.1 for this stream. The 4.0 preview, live preview didn't work, so now we're trying the PTU. This is a test version, guys. This is an early test build and not indicative of gameplay or content on the official live servers. Keep that in mind. Don't expect a whole lot. They should have that warning on the live one too. Truth be told. I mean, it's still 4.0. It's 4.0.1. I believe in you, game. You can do this. Let's see. Is it doing anything? Oh. Hey, look at that. We are in our hangar. We're getting a cool 48 frames per second. And why is the UI so squished in? Is that intentional? UI aspect modifier? Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, so that actually works now. That's cool. Like, set it like that and bring it in a little bit. It's neat. Alright, where's that QR code toggle? I want to turn that off. It's on this one, actually. Yeah. Goodbye. Good riddance. Yeah, 4.0 wasn't working out. It wouldn't load, so here we are in 4.0.1. We've got 15 million credits at our disposal. Let's take on a mission and see what we can do. So this account has the P8, which I actually haven't been able to use all that much. So we can get into some shenanigans with that. Ew, and I can use my fancy gear too. This is the PU, it's the PTU and nothing matters. They need to make more medium-sized backpacks, because you got this cool rogue aesthetic going on with the Artemex, and then you have this bright orange tic-tac on the back. It's distressing. It doesn't look good. Here's the rifle that I've yet to finish and on shape. and here's the Argo. Yeah, I'm clearly repping the brand, right? You know what? You know what would be so funny? This orange and gray backpack is almost an inverse of the LTT backpack. So they should just do a reverse color palette and do black and orange instead of orange and black, and then we'd have the LTT backpack in Star Citizen. Oh, no elevator over there. Okay, well, I guess we will make do with what we've got. Excuse you. Where is my, where's my Zeus? Why do I have a Cutlass Blue? Did they change the... Well, no, I should have the... I have the Cutlass Blue because I have the MR on standby. No. Was I supposed to? Oh. But see, I think I have the Cutlass Blue because it knows that I have the Zeus MR. And you're supposed to get the ES, or yeah, the ES. I think the audio is glitched out, and I think these are moving slower. Come on. The suspense is killing me. Okay, that audio is definitely not right. Alright, it's fixed. Audio's fixed. And it's really loud. Too loud for me. I need to change some keybinds real quick. On foot. Oh, no, those are right. Okay. There must just be something wacky with my I use a separate TKL or DK. I use a separate 10 key because my keyboard doesn't have one. And it has a scroll wheel on it that I use for volume, but it's like making me prone. Okay. Oh, hallelujah. Everything's working as intended. Come on. Please let me out.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Why are you not listening to my sticks? One of the sticks is not working. Oh, no, that was totally wrong. No! I want out! I'll figure it out! Why is it not working? Both of my sticks were on and connected. I've been having some slight issues with USB connectivity. I wonder if that is causing an issue here. I'm going to restart the game one more time after power cycling my sticks. Which is easy to do because they're just plugged in down here. See if it puts me back where I was. Because I think it would consider this a crash, so crash detection should just put me right back. So maybe I should have just Alt F4'd then. So it wasn't letting me leave the hangar in the elevator anyway, so maybe this time it'll work better and I can... Oh, yep. Darn it, my ship's hovering above me somewhere.
To the A-class vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been released.
Maybe I can actually leave this time. I can! Let's go get some ammo then, so I don't have just the one magazine. Why is everybody grunting? Why are you guys doing that? So weird.
I need to spend some time on my gear. It's been too long since I've done a proper clean of my armor and weapons. That's the one thing I miss about the army. It kept me disciplined enough to keep everything tip-top. Yeah, I feel that.
I think there was some weird clipping going on with that character model. Ammunition. Oh, well, I need a med gun too. Let's grab one of those. And drugs are so expensive nowadays. FPS could be better. It's pretty stuttery right now. Usually is though inside the station, so I don't know how worried about that I should be. Still calling ammunition attachments, sure.
Welcome. Feel free to look around. Trouble, actually, or maybe I'm...
What the heck? The P8 mags are 0 micro SCU? Weird. So I could just carry endless ammunition. That's gotta be a bug, right? I know what I'll do. I'll check the size of some other ammunition.
Pick up some work here and there. I think about all these gangs you exploit. There's always someone who could use an extra gun or two. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that can't be right. Because it's only for the P8.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, wrong way. So, we discovered a bug all on our own, boys.
How's it going?
P8 ammo
I'm not sure what to make of these Citizens for Prosperity people.
is zero volume. Okay, what do we think? Are the sticks gonna work this time? Open the door! What's going on? Now I'm stuck in the elevator. We're gonna get there, guys. We are gonna play this game if it kills us. Yeah, well, it did copy the keybinds, but for whatever reason, the right stick wasn't responding to any inputs. Is 3.24 downloaded? You silly goose! I just deleted that when I downloaded the PTU. You know, I'm actually thankful for the multiple times I've had to look at this loading screen. It's not until you see it for 4th time in a row that you really start to appreciate all the detail. clouds in the background, the chromatic aberration of the atmosphere, juxtaposed against the red hue of the station before us. Really pretty. It worked. I told it I was happy about it, and then it took it away.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle
Tricked
retrieval
it.
system. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit.
Maybe I should probably lower the DLSS. I'm seeing some bad stair-stepping artifacts. So this is my Hornet Mark II. Like it, but this one's mine.
All systems online.
Yeah, what the heck? Okay, so I've restarted the game. And it's just not responding to any inputs on the right stick. Let's EP resort devices, joystick. Okay. I think I might have figured it out. Mouse keyboard is the easiest. You shut your mouth, you heathen! How dare you say such things? Okay. So now I have the right stick working. Now the left stick doesn't work. Ah! But I think what's going on here is we have I think it thinks my keyboard is also a stick. So I just got to get the winning combo. I wonder if I can do... Okay. So left stick is working now. Right stick is not. Let's... See, my clue here is that it thinks the keychron is a joystick. It's not. Let's try that. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Oh, okay. All right. I have both sticks doing something now. Now I think it has them as 2 and 3, right? Now I think I swap them to swap 2 and 3 again. I wasn't done with you. Don't go away. Ah! We got it. We got it. Whew. That was that sucks. But we got there in the end. I need to get a haircut. My hair is becoming unmanageable for me. Now let's snag ourselves a mission. You know, I actually haven't done any of these pilot in distress missions because I haven't had a good ship with just the Drake Cutter. But I'm gonna use some ship right now.
Shields offline.
That's my Cuddy Blue ahead. Ooh, that is some bad frames.
Quantum drive is now on.
Where's my music, Pedro? So really quiet. I wanted to hear the new one. Maybe I need to go on a longer jump.
Quantum drive is now off. Okay. Shields online.
Yeah, I should be hearing a lot more engine sounds. I'm not getting a whole lot of audio cues at all. So if it sounds pretty dull to you guys, that is because it is. Okay, he blew himself up.
Shields hit.
I'm getting hit marker audio, but nothing else. Oh, jeez. Ah, that was close.
Target destroyed.
I feel like there is a... Is there not a command that you can use to, like, restart the audio engine? So many turrets, and they're not firing bullets that are perceived by mortal kind. They're invisible. Okay, dude, I protected you. Like, how about you leave? Is there more bad guys around here that I'm missing? Come on. What's the deal?
Shields hit. Shield down.
Go to asteroid base exterior, protect the ship. What am I missing here?
Lock.
Mission borked? I think mission borked. Okay, well now it just says protect the ship.
Lock.
Was it just being really slow? Come on.
Shields offline.
Let's try a different contract.
Quantum drive is now on.
Last time we did this mission, this was pretty fun. This has you go through the asteroid base. There's some puzzles that are identical across all of them, so we know how to solve them.
Quantum drive is now off.
I turned off my quantum drive. You don't need to keep spooling.
Okay. Shields online.
Alright. Harsh Nadim. Let's blow you up so you don't cause me any issues.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so I get the explosion. Just none of the, just none of the other audio. Where's that entrance? Ew. Didn't see you before, but you've got to go too.
Target destroyed.
All right. So there's the hangar. Closed. It doesn't tell me who owns it. That's one I blew up. Let's see. I think I need to keep going this way. Hello, who are you? Okay. So want to creep as close as I can to the door without getting shot.
Shields hit.
Or doing that. That was like the gentlest tap that blew me up right there. I was going so slow. Guys, back to the stutter again. Why is it so bad? Okay, let's just abandon that mission. That one's... We're not gonna get that one done. Exit. Well, and what we did just see there is why nobody uses their subscriber gear in the PU. Because it's so easy to lose it to weird shenanigans in the game. It's Pyro. I don't care if I just dump stuff here. What are these? When did I get this? This is for Cormor? Sure, let's take the other P8. Why not? Take the backpack too. Buy some more drugs. Subscriber gear should be respawnable and disappear when needed to respawn. So I've had a couple thoughts. This is one area where something like an NFT might actually make sense. That would enable something like what you're talking about. And you know, you say NFT, people instantly get a bad taste in their mouth, and for good reason. But what an NFT allows you to do is each item has a serial number, essentially, and you can do it without having it be tied to real-world currency, and that would fix a lot of the issues that people have with NFTs, because the reason why we don't want NFTs in games is because there is a real monetary value, and it feels like a scummy way for publishers to extract more money from their players. But the concept of having a serial number for each item does have some merit with stuff like what we're talking about, subscriber gear. The problem with that, though, is what if I legitimately pirate you and I take your subscriber gear off your body? Is it fair for me to lose that when you do a claim, causing it to despawn? Because from my perspective, it's legitimate salvage. Some jerkwad bought 50 magazines before and took all the P8 stock that we had here. Yeah, blueprints is another possible fix. Hold on. Give me just a minute, guys. I need to take a quick bio break. I'll be back in a jiffy. Which is actually a legitimate measurement of time, did you know?
You're looking good. Been up to much?
So, these hunkers are blasting this noise right outside my window. I tell them to turn it down, and they tell me it's the Lidos. Like, I give a crap what cruddy band it is. I was this close to setting off an EMP just to shut them up.
Price of doing business, I guess. Guild membership's gonna lapse soon. I haven't needed to mine anything in years, so I just kind of let it slip. Weird though, growing up, that seemed like the coolest, but I've just been busy with other opportunities, you know? Can't keep your head in the tunnels, my dad used to say.
Nice.
What's good with you? I think that guild membership's gonna lapse soon. I haven't needed to mine in years, so I'm just gonna let it slip. Weird though, growing up, that seemed like the coolest. I've just been busy with other opportunities, you know? Can't keep getting the tunnels, my dad used to say.
That was good. Got the old noggin pumping.
Just another
So yeah, if you had something like an NFT that put a serial number attached to each number, then you would be able to limit the exact number of items that exist of that type. Problem with that though is if I pirate you, you shouldn't be able to tell me that I can't have that because I did what I was supposed to do. I killed you
Welcome.
and
Feel
took
free
your
to sit
stuff.
down.
Why should you be able to take it back with a click in the console? So, blueprints are a better solution, but I think they still have some issues. Blueprints essentially would allow you to craft multiple copies of the item, which gets us closer, but not all the way yet. It's not a perfect solution. Because I think that CIG is kind of shooting themselves in the foot by just saying, oh, it'll be a blueprint. Because what I think you should do is you should buy the blueprint for the Artemex set, the base Artemex set in-game, and then the blueprint should be for the skin applied to it. Mike has talked about this a bit as well, basically separating the item from the skin. I think that that should happen across the board because that allows CIG to sell cosmetics in the form of skins for armor, weapons and ships without having it be any physical items in the game, which is a much more attractive solution from a balance perspective that curtails the influence that the storefront can have on the experience in-game. It's like, I don't care if you buy 50 skins, that's not going to give you an advantage over me and my skill if you look prettier than I do. But what I do care about is if you are able to buy blueprints for a item that exists in the game and has a functional benefit, like armor, that makes it feel a little more slimy. But if all you were getting was a blueprint for the skin, like let's keep using the Artemex here. If I get a blueprint for base Artemex, which is basically not very impressive, and then I get a separate blueprint for the Wildwood skin that can be applied to the Artemex set, that would be a fair reward for subscriber gear. And then, this is where it gets really cool. By having these things split up, if I go and find a better blueprint for Artemex armor, and then I can apply the Wildwood skin to that, now I've got the best of both worlds, right? Like, we've still maintained the experience of the persistent universe, and we've safeguarded people's value with the real world currency that they put into the game, but we've done it in a way that doesn't create more imbalances. It's like, if it's super easy to get a Artemex blueprint, then the blueprint itself isn't very valuable. But if it's very difficult to get a tier 5 Artemex blueprint, then being able to put a skin on that gives the skin more value, because I can still look pretty, but I can have my better armor from playing the game. So, how do you like them apples?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And if you're giving really basic blueprints for subscriber gear, then it doesn't really matter if there's a cooldown or not. And if they're very easy to come by in the game, then you're not affecting the balance that much either. But having a separate skin item that can be applied to better gear in the future means that the subscriber gear does still have value. And on the flip side, if you have them split off as a cosmetic only item that can be applied, then you can also give rewards in-game, such as skins that you earn by working for the Citizens for Prosperity. If you max out the reputation with them, then you get a skin that you can apply to your armor as well. That's the solution that I've been thinking of for the past bit. There might be some other issues that I'm not aware of. What tends to happen is when you come up with an idea, you don't think of the problems until someone points it out to you. So I'm more than happy to hear people's criticisms. If there's some detail that I'm missing that should be plainly obvious.
Public Swiss Industries. Enjoy the work.
That's funky. I don't think that's right. Oh, okay. Now my now the MFD's swapped which one's broken. Let's see, let's try. If I just keep swapping cameras, are they gonna fix themselves? Whoa! Holy frame stutters, Batman! Where's something easy to jump to? Come on. There we go. We gotta flip around. We gotta flip around this planet. My only issue with the transmog route is the armors are definitely not priced correctly for a style. Should be cut by a third to make it worthy, so $15. Brother, have you seen what microtransactions go for nowadays? You can sell them for as much as you can get. Very regularly, skins in Call of Duty where you can never even see your character in game are going for $30. So I agree with you to some extent, because I would love to see microtransactions actually be microtransactions. You know, I yearn for the days when they were $1 to $5. The reality of today, though, they're just another form of macro transaction. So if CIG were looking for a way to make money that doesn't piss everybody off, cosmetics is a way to do it and make a killing with minimal effort, because plenty of other games do already. I mean, I don't like that it's that way, but they could very easily keep the prices the same and people will buy them, especially when this game, I say when, but if this game goes mainstream and gets the massive influx of players that we're hoping it does, oh yeah, there will be plenty of people that will pay $15, even $60 for minimal effort cosmetics. But from that perspective, you could even say that CIG puts too much effort into the stuff they sell us because they actually give them function. All they need to do is make it look pretty and people would still pay for it. Is it like super easy to black out in this patch? Kind of feeling that way. Arnold Chadwick. Kind of sounds like a character name that Arnie would play. He tends to play characters that have very generic sounding names. I still feel like I'm not getting any engine noises. Oh, no, I am. Actually, I lied. I'm not doing a good example of how to fly right now. I'm not doing any pre-turning or anything like that I'm supposed to.
Enemy down. System off.
You know what? Why did that happen? I was actively fighting it, and I feel like it wasn't responding to my inputs. Alright, 50-50 here. Buying grants the physical armor first time. With the transmog applied, future applications requires you to acquire a set of gear. Okay, so then what do you do about someone who returns it in the store and then buys it again? That's currently something you can do to renew your subscriber gear. And I don't think that it's something that they can really take away, because you are still doing a transaction with them. They need to honor that. So I am... And, you know, as someone who has a lot of subscriber gear, I am more along the line of you shouldn't get any physical items in the game from the store. I think that that should all be something that you earn in-game. Am I even on the right side? Oh yeah, I'm actually pretty close, aren't I? Yeah, they could do Warbond. I think doing the blueprints, though, is good enough. Like, just give everybody baseline blueprints. And call it a day. Give them... Well, give them cosmetic skin blueprints as well. Where is this place? I've done this before. Is it over here? There's my old body. It's... if I go towards that, that should take me to where I need to go. There's the door. And there it is. I'm so smart sometimes. And there's a saber and a carrack. There must be... I'm guessing there's a squad of folks trying to do the hangar here. I'm not really trying to crush their fun. Doesn't seem to be anyone in the... There's definitely players in here, though. That was cycled for the inside.
I've got you covered.
Yeah, I'm more worried about me. Because I'm alone here. I'm much more likely to die than they are. That is essentially me puffing my chest out with bravado, but I have no way to back that up. And then it's over here. There's gonna be two guys over here, maybe.
Yeah, I'll call you. I'll cover you. Oh, I am gonna make you pay for this!
Where's he at? Yeah, odds that they left anything good for me are probably pretty low. You know, might as well get some stuff. Actually, should take these because these are pretty high value. That's the Karna rifle, right? Crap, what did it just do to... Did I just lose P8? Grab. Ammo. Come on. It's not wanting to do the swaps correctly. Those two. I believe I just did that. It was getting some work done too. I just deleted it. Yeeted it into oblivion. I can't see it anywhere. And now what? I can't... Where'd the Karna go? Here's a Karna. I don't think it's the same one, though. This thing... Whoa. Alright, well, let's go die. I want to see if anyone comes to check that. I think I'm actually in the clear then. That should have definitely caused someone to check the console if there was anyone here. Any players at least. They would know that it's back there. Give everything a quick jab. You see how fast you can punch when you're right in front of it, though? Like, look at that! Gotta let your heart rate come back down. Oh, it's so dumb. Oh, look, someone left me a ride out of here. That was nice of them. How to get to it. Oh, I think I was making progress. Yes. We shall make ourselves a ramp of boxes. And we will reach the heavens. Looks like that must be what someone's trying to do here. But they didn't use enough boxes. Come on. I made that jump so easily before. Oh! Oh! Yeah, baby! This looks like it should be flyable. Maybe. Maybe I should get a better look at this shit. Not letting me interact with it. You want the top airlock? Woo! We're getting out of here! Okay, let's set an actual route. Obituary doesn't pull. Oh. Helps if you spell things right, huh? We stole ourselves a ship. And now we can get back to our station. Though, I mean, we have a pretty competent ship. We can just do more missions too. Probably have to get back into the station airspace portal. Give me any options though. Now let's see what option. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to do another one of those. Oh. Okay. So I can I can piss off Citizens for Prosperity and the headhunters. So there's 3 factions going here. Man, okay, what's the lore with this? Is the Frontier Fighters, is that people coming in from Stanton? Let's go for it. Let's do this one, because this one's gonna probably be destroying some big balloon tanks. Where's my marker? Map. Nope, it's not gonna let me do that. Come on, give me a route that works. Do this first, I guess. Right to obituary. Maybe I'll have a better sight line over here. Probably isn't looking good. Yep, nope, this is worse. I'm hoping that this will jump me to the planet. There we go. Couldn't see it, but it did let me do the jump. So, if you go to third person, you can actually see that we're approaching a planet way off in the distance. That bright spot is. But the UI obstructs that. I did a post on Spectrum recently talking about ways that they could improve the UI. And basically, if you're staring at something for long enough, it should probably just fade the same way that the crosshair has the option to if you turn it on. But it'd be pretty cool to just turn off all the UI when you know what's going on and you just want to watch the approach. It applies in sub-quantum speeds too, like when you're 20k out from a base, the marker doesn't go away anymore, so it's just like always in the way. And when you're approaching the distro centers, I mean, there's a lot of artwork that you're missing out on because it's obscured by the UI elements. It'd be cool if there was a way to make it fade in opacity, that you could enjoy some of the visual elements a little more. if this is the fuel tanks that I think it's going to be, this is going to be the easiest way to get 250,000 credits. Because I'm pretty sure it's just these big balls outside. That camera angle could be a little better. There, now I'm visible. I'm not just like hiding off frame. Okay, so here's a question for chat. How much AUEC should I have to divest in order to give myself back my Zeus? Because here's what I've been thinking. I've got the Drake Cutter. I want my next ship to be something with a little more cargo. The Zeus that I have on loan is perfect for that. It's not currently purchasable in-game, so it doesn't have an AUEC price. So what sounds like a fair price to you guys that if I earn that and then gift that ship back to my account, it'd be like, okay, yeah, that's a fair trade. I'm thinking like really just rough estimates, maybe like 5 million. $20 billion? Holy cow. 20 billion? Man, you're strict. How long would it actually take to earn 20 billion AUEC? If you were able to streamline doing 4 of these missions that I'm doing in an hour, it would take you 1,000 hours to get 1 billion. To get 20 billion, it will take 20,000 hours. Is that math right? I think that math is right. Blame the ducks. You are the ducks. The blame is squarely on you. I think 5 million is an okay price. I should be more careful about giving chat too much free range about how much I have to do. No sleep for 2 years. Oh, there's quite a few out here, aren't there? Hey, who's next? They have, they do. They have cannons and laser repeaters mixed on this thing. That's a weird loadout. I'm feeling pretty invincible right now in this constellation. Which would be fantastic as last words, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm here. That's a hutch. It's not a tank. Oh. Oh, those are the grazers. Not what I'm looking for, though. Yeah, size 10 torpedo out of nowhere. That would be my luck, right? I do not see any tanks. Methinks this mission is borked. Unless those are blowable. But it doesn't seem to be. I'm hitting them with at least one weapon. That looks like a tank. No, I think they're supposed to be the big balloon things? Don't want to get out of the ship though, because I'm worried I might not be able to get back in. Yeah, no. I wouldn't, if I go down the elevator, it wouldn't let me back in because it's not responding to my inputs. Yeah, so I'm here, but there's nothing going on here. Come on, game. I want to see if there's anything going on at these other sites. Doesn't really look like it. I do feel rather exposed with my headlights on. Here's the larger site over here. If I was a fuel depot, I would be where there's more guns, which would be the larger site. And the kind of random explosions going on kind of hint to me that it's not really processing something correctly. Okay, lights off. See if we can take on a different mission. That one did not work. Go to Yang's place. Only stealing ships was as easy as the videos I saw back when they wanted to get into Star Citizen 2 years ago. Yeah, no, it's... Actually, stealing ships can be pretty tough. I got extremely lucky with this. I want to go to Yang's place. Where's Yang's place? Nope, not there. Hey! Restream is congratulating me. You guys have sent 100 messages today. Man, it's doing this thing again. Doesn't want to let me do the jump because probably because I'm obstructed, I guess. Or it doesn't want to let me plot the route. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, there you go, 102. Now will you let me set my route? Okay, cool. Leave area or you will be trespassing in 30 minutes. I'm gone, dude. Don't worry. I'm trespassing in the middle of dead space. See? That's a good angle. Let's just capture a little bit of that. It'll be a while before I have an Andromeda that I can fly myself consistently. This will be good, like, for future videos. B-roll, that's the word. Hitler. But to the person whose Connie I stole, could you please explain why you're mixing laser repeaters and cannons? I'm not understanding the logic here. They perform very differently, so you have to like range differently. I don't like it. All or nothing. Like, if distortion repeaters were any good, then you could mix distortion and laser repeaters, and then you could have some exotic ability built in by having the distortions with you. But cannons and repeaters is a weird mix. Like, ballistic cannons I could see more, because you would use the laser repeaters to strip shields, and then ballistic to deal heavier damage. This is one of the newer songs. This was added for quantum travel in Pyro. I just imagine Pedro like dancing with the violin, like Lindsey Sterling, like really getting into it. That's how that music is probably played. Oh, yay! It's on the dark side of the planet. I really need to look into getting a reshade set up. Having some night vision would make it so much easier on my eyes. Pyro is pretty, that's for sure. I love that skybox. Pedro doing handstands while playing the piano and using his feet to Lindsey Sterling the violin part. There we go. That's a visual. Hey guys, I'm still trespassing according to the timer. Still counting down. They're gonna get me. What ship is that? Why is my headlights acting weird? Now they don't work at all. Cool. There we go. Please give me light. Frick, where even is the place I'm supposed to be killing the people? Over here, isn't it? Or is that just... That looks like it's just a ship. That was some pop in, wasn't it? Okay. Here. This is where Yang's at. Alright. See any baddies? Maybe I'll just give it a minute. There's a lot of pop-in going on. Did the main building just disappear? Those look like problems. B-Win looks good, server FPS looks good. Something's going on though. Game is acting all kinds of weird. There should be a building right over here. There's not. Sometimes there is, but then it disappears. I don't think it's coming back though. Whoa, 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 whoa. No need for that. That's weird. Why are you doing that? Why? Yep, let's just try rotating some more. Oh! Wait, I thought I saw a person. Okay, so now stuff is spawning in. Oh look, my light's finally turned off. Maybe it is just interaction delays? Oh my gosh! Look! There's so much! But where are the people? Okay. I just hit the button to get out of my seat. And I'm still in my seat. Oh, really? So it's Monarch specifically?
Take off complete.
Let's get out. Oh, let's get out of here then.
Docking request initiated.
Gosh. I want to pull up my landing gear! We're gonna have to escape at 20 meters per second. Because it won't let me, won't let me pull up the landing gear. This is Monarchs. So, you know, I feel like you gotta give credit to Star Citizen for being as clever as it is with the kinds of issues it can have. Like, what other game would have a specific planet that causes higher interaction delays? Landing skid still down. Can I take up the gear now?
Docking request initiated.
No, I'm not asking to dock. I just want to put my gear up. Okay, yeah, so someone else helped him. All right, let's see if there's anywhere I can jump to. Nope, it doesn't want to let me do that either. Let's just keep cruising, I guess.
Landing gear raised.
And okay, I've got the skids up. Now I can go a bit faster. Still stuck in kind of in-between mode. It won't let me get the benefits of quantum mode for speed. That was... How long ago did I try to get out of my seat? What in the world? Everything's just like catching up now. I would like to get back in my seat now, please. Now I can't get back into the seat.
Docking unavailable.
I couldn't see the duck. That's why I couldn't get in. There was a duck in the seat. You don't say? Okay, so no missions in Monarchs. Good to know. Oh. Yeah, that is no good. That's very bad. Let's just do some Arena Commander. Arena Commander works. Are there any that I haven't gotten the badge for? But Pyro is so pretty. That's borked. I don't think my loadout matters for Gun Rush, because isn't this the one where you cycle through? Yeah, you're totally fine to start in Stanton. For newer players, I would think that that's the best way to go. How long before we get our 2 players do you guys think? How many people are doing Arena Commander on the PTU? Probably not a ton, huh? Could be here for a while. Would be cool if they had a player count for Arena Commander, so you could see how many people are playing what type. I think this is probably going to be the end of the stream for tonight. I think we gave it a solid effort trying to get some missions done, but the game is just fighting us too much tonight. So, we will try again next time. But if you have enjoyed the content you've seen so far, do be sure to like and subscribe. We do Star Citizen content semi-regularly, and we didn't do any engineering today, but generally this is where I will start projects and kind of show people how to use CAD. And a special shout out to our channel members. If you are a orbital bombardier and above, you get a special shout out in each and every video and stream that I upload, and you directly help support the channel. Kind of to recap what we did today, we made some nightmare fuel for about centaurs, and then we didn't play 4.0. I ranted a bit about Bamboo Labs' recent changes to their terms of use, and then we kind of played 4.0.1. So I think we got quite a bit done. It doesn't feel like a lot, but when you step back and look at it, it's not that bad. But ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Odd Job Entertainment, signing off.